Today in our series, The Dish, we are diving into a celebrated restaurant doing its part to reduce food waste. Restaurants in these United States apparently throw out more than 11 million tons of food every year, which is tons of food. Oyster Oyster, though, in our nation's capital, is finding ways to be sustainable by reducing waste and still serving up delicious plates of food. Ed O'Keefe shows us how their more mindful approach has earned some of the restaurant industry's highest honors.
Chef Rob Rubba has an arguably overzealous commitment to sustainability. While most restaurants might be proud enough for composting or only buying from local farmers, he takes it a step further.
The candles are made from the oyster that you probably had and the oil from the canapé that you had. Just kind of giving everything a second purpose, a third purpose.
You must be really boring to the garbage collectors.
Are they open this week?
At Oyster Oyster, sustainability is literally from top to bottom. Efficient lighting, reclaimed wood, induction instead of gas stoves, and even the menu. It's a mix of paper and wildflower seeds. Take it home, crumple it up, and plant it in your garden. And then there's the food. Rubba and his team serve up vegetarian meals in ways rarely served before. And yes, there are oysters, oyster mushrooms, and oysters from the sea. Are oysters vegetarian? Are they vegan?
There's a group of people who believe oysters fall into the diet of vegans and vegetarians. We call it Oyster Tarian.
Then there are items like eggplant.
We've roasted it, we've smoked it, we've marinated it, then we've breaded it. So now we're going to pan fry it.
Every part of a vegetable is used. Because in Rubba's view, every part of a vegetable has purpose.
So we trim this up, we put that back in here.
Rubba's focus on sustainability came after working more than 20 years in restaurants.
In a lot of the fine dining restaurants I came up in, you just trim the best part and everything else goes in the bin or the trash. And we're always trying to think about how do you put this into something else? Is there a second life? Is there another use of every ingredient? And try to have as minimal waste as possible.
There's a sign hanging in the kitchen that says around and find out.
That sign kind of is to embrace creativity, take chances, be a little fearless. Oftentimes cooks will come up and say, oh, what do I do with this part of the ingredient? Or what if we added this acid to it? And we say, around and find out.
At Oyster Oyster, Chef Rubba made us a dumpling, a thinly sliced kohlrabi, kind of like a turnip. Oh my God. It's stuffed with English peas, shallot, and fermented peppers. Well, you eat this all the time. I'm having the second one.
Yeah, go for it, please.
There's this green corn masa-stuffed squash blossom in a sauce made from sunflower seeds. Yeah, that's really good. And that graffiti eggplant with braised fennel. Have you had meat eaters come here and go, what am I going to do?
I think there's some hesitation at first when they get here. I think we all have these memories of poorly cooked vegetables or things we didn't like from our childhood or even young adulthood. And we want to eliminate that. Majority of our guests do not leave hungry.
Since it opened in 2021, Oyster Oyster has had glowing reviews. A Michelin star, rare for a vegetarian restaurant, and in June, Rubba won the James Beard Award for Outstanding Chef, the equivalent of winning Best Picture at the Oscars.
I was just in disbelief. It was amazing that everything we had done to build this restaurant and went through the past couple of years was being recognized and that what we were doing was meaningful.
And for anyone at home inspired by Rubba's commitment, he says sustainability isn't that hard or expensive. Just mess around and find out.
Look at your ingredients differently. What can I use of this? Can I cook every part of it? And 90% of the time is yes. So get creative in the kitchen, have fun, make a few mistakes, figure it out.
Go Chef Rubba.
Yeah,
I love that sign, that motivational sign.
That's right.
Bleep around and find out, because I thought it was something negative, but it's actually very positive.
The more you mess around,
Go
the
ahead
more you
and
find
take
out.
this.
It's negative if you're a dad. That's a warning if you're a dad.
Very good.
And the husband,
very good.
yeah.
I want
Yes.
the eggplant. I like the eggplant and the squash blossom. I'm not normally.
So next time we're in D.C., we got to go.
Yeah, I would love to.
All right.
Thank you, Ed.